Hi, I'm Carolyn Enting, Associate Editor of Mind Food, and today we're talking to Kagi, founder of Kagi Jewellery and Win a Wish campaign with Kagi. But Kat, first of all I want to talk to you about you as your role as a businesswoman and entrepreneur. What initially inspired you to set up your own business?
I was 24 and working as a graphic designer, and I realised it wasn't my passion. So I knew as a child that I always used to make jewellery, and I loved making jewellery. So I took a bit of a leap of faith, and at 24 I quit my job and I started Kagi, and it's really just grown from there.
That is fantastic, and it's so courageous as well. And obviously with the Win a Wish campaign, you're wanting to encourage more women to get into business.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about that campaign.
Well, the campaign is to allow 2 women to follow their dreams and make their business come true. I was able to do that, so I want to help 2 women be able to do that. So we're giving a cash bonus of $5,000 to each winner, plus it'll also be mentored by me as well.
That is fantastic, because mentoring is such a big part, but also financially you need to step up. So in terms of when you were setting up your business, what did you need to grow?
So to begin with, I focused a lot on getting sales, building the brand, and cash flow. You've got to watch your cash flow, and I was very fortunate to have some amazing mentors who worked with me, and they helped point out some of the pitfalls and speed bumps along the way. So that's what I want to do for 2 women.
Fantastic. So in terms of their growth, I mean, what stage in a business or idea should they be to be eligible for?
To be honest, any stage. I'm happy to work with people who are starting up, who have just got the idea and they want to come up with a plan of how to make it reality. I'm happy to work with, and I'd love to work with women as well who are wanting to take their business to the next level. So really ramp it up and go from a more opportunistic to more strategic approach with their business. So I've worked from a business from starting on my kitchen table when I was 24 to now having 30 staff and 300 stores stocking the brand. So I've spent the last 9 years growing the brand, growing the business, and I've been through a lot of challenges along the way, and I'd love to be able to share those and help other women go through them.
Can you share maybe a couple of those challenges now?
Oh goodness, well, I guess having a business, you have challenges every day, and that's what I love about having a business, is there is a lot of challenges, and it's how you respond to them that makes a difference. And for me, it can be a challenge such as cash flow. You've got to watch your cash flow, or entering into a new market as well. Like there are some challenges around, you feel like you have to start the business again when you're entering into a new export market. So there's really opportunity. I see it more as opportunities, and same with the business. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I'm proud of those mistakes because they've got me to where I am today as well.
What is your business mantra?
Oh goodness, any given day, it's probably I think I have a different one. There's one that I always hold true though, which is a Mark Twain quote, and that is, never abandon your dreams, because once they are gone, you may still exist, but you've ceased to live. That's something I've always had with me, and I do refer back to that as well.
Why did you choose the words dream, love and shine to feature on this collection?
Because that's my wish for women. It is for women to be able to dream big, love like they've never been hurt, and shine every day.
So now talking about inspiration, because I find these words that you've chosen for this collection very inspirational, but you've had very inspirational figures in your life as well, and one of them is your grandmother. Can you tell us a bit about that amazing story?
Absolutely. My grandma, she was a huge influence on me. She was fabulous. I remember growing up and looking through drawers and drawers of jewellery that she had. She came to New Zealand as an immigrant, and she had nothing, and she built her life up from there, but she was the most fabulous woman. And there's a particular strand of pearls in my family, and that really resonates with me, and it laid the foundations for a future in jewellery. She was in a concentration camp in Indonesia during the war. Actually, if we go back a few steps, she got given these pearls by her grandfather, and the war broke out when they were in Indonesia, and they got told to pack all their belongings into essentially sleeping bags that they could take with them. So they had to abandon their house, and they didn't know where they were going, and the one thing that she was able to take was the pearls, and she actually hid them in her undergarments. So ended up at a prisoner of war camp and had her pearls in her undergarments for 3 years. And the strand of pearls are still in our family today, and They came out of the war with absolutely nothing and had to move to New Zealand shortly after. But I grew up with that story of pearls and really just how important jewellery can be and what it can represent. More than just beads, it's actually a legacy.
Oh, it's such an amazing story. How did she manage to hide her pearls in her underwear without having them being discovered?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but she was an amazing woman, and throughout my life and throughout my time owning the business, I've encountered many other amazing people who have really mentored me and just been really generous of their time and knowledge, and I want to give back and give that opportunity to other women and share with other women what I've learned, because it's hard doing it by yourself and you really need a support network around you. So I'd love to be that for a couple of women.
Yeah, here's cheers to dreams.
Exactly.
And dreaming big.
Exactly.
Thanks so much for being here, Kat. It's been really enlightening.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for Mind Food partnering with Kagi as well with this promotion. It really means a lot to us. And I hope as well through women who are applying to have their dreams come true, that even just putting their pen on paper and actually writing down what they want will get them one step closer to making it happen.
So to enter the 3 Wishes campaign, go to mindfood.com and type in keywords 3 Wishes Kagi.